A sunny day, blue skies and the horizon are all visible from our aeroplane high above Folkestone. In 1903, flying over Folkestone was but a dream, and only possible by balloon. However, in that year the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, achieved the seemingly impossible when they successfully flew a powered aircraft at Kitty Hawk in the USA. Nowadays, flying to a destination is as routine as getting on a bus, with 70 flights an hour passing over Folkestone to the continent and beyond. On this flight in 2003, we can see below the modern-day Folkestone, with the Channel Tunnel and M20 motorway, we see the famous Folkestone harbour come into view, which for 150 years was the gateway to the continent. And our trip down memory lane begins here, where we see the packet steamer Victoria moored on the west side of the harbour pier. In 1850, only the rich and famous were able to travel to the continent. However, by 1903, 200,000 passengers and 70,000 tons of cargo were dealt with on the Folkestone-Boulogne route. As the passengers embarked or disembarked from their cross-channel steamers, they would be met by porters and sometimes the packet boat captain, seen here resplendent in his naval uniform and obligatory white beard, conversing with travellers on the down platform at the harbour station. The first harbour station was built in 1850. The harbour station seen from a different perspective, with a London-bound train on the up platform. Beyond the station, the railway lines ran onto the pier directly up to the steamer berths, which eased the journey for passengers in rough weather. In this view from the harbour station, looking over the swing bridge, a train can be seen proceeding slowly up the 1 in 30 incline to the main line. As many as 4 engines were at times necessary to pull a heavy train up the branch line. The magnificent sight and sound of this event would remain in the memory for always. When the traveller departed from the harbour station, as he or she glanced to the west, they would see before them the seafront, Marine Parade, Marine Crescent, and in the background the famous Victoria Pier, highlighted against the horizon. The famous Royal Pavilion Hotel was opened in 1844 by the South Eastern Railway Company with its first-class accommodation. It was extended on 3 further occasions and featured a resplendent winter gardens where guests could relax on wicker chairs amongst the potted plums whilst they listened to the orchestra. A pleasing sequel to A Rough Crossing. The Folkestone harbour was always busy with a variety of sailing ships, steamers and fishing boats, providing the visitor with a constantly changing picture. Here, the sailing ship Kezia Page, a collier, prepares to enter the inner harbour via the swing bridge. As the swing bridge opened, the vessels entered the inner harbour where they unloaded their cargoes of coal, timber and ice. Although not a major fishing port, Folkestone's annual catch was around 900 tons, it still needed large quantities of ice, which was imported from the Scandinavian countries. Once more, the cargoes would be loaded onto horse-drawn carts, which would be ready in the background to transport their cargo to various destinations. In the background can be seen the London and Paris Hotel, which opened in 1853, and the Princess Royal Public House, both popular with cross-channel travellers. Another picture of the harbour shows the South Quay with the cargo vessel Warmer moored alongside. The cross-channel steamers use the South Quay to embark and disembark passengers for a considerable period, even though the 20-foot tide caused problems. A pier was developed in 1861 which helped to overcome this problem. A view of the harbour approach road with French excursionists who have just disembarked on their way to the shopping area, Tontine Street, High Street, or maybe to the beach, pleasure gardens or local inns.